I was invited several years ago to Los Angeles to be part of a secular series that was being produced. It was going to air on Discovery, not Discovery, but History, some channel, one of the secular channels, a mainline channel. And they were doing a film on exorcism. And some of they had heard about me, probably because of my ministry around the world, and a lot of times we'll see demons manifest and by the grace of the Lord drive them out in Jesus' name. So they contacted me and they asked me to come and be part of this series. So I agreed to do one episode with them. So I flew down to Los Angeles. I thought I was going to be talking about the power of Yeshua over the power of darkness. So they fly me down and they've got all these trailers set up outside this old historic church. And they were filming inside this historic church. So they bring me down. Because I was only doing one episode, I was not part of the episode that was actually being filmed when I first arrived. They were filming a different episode. I'm there. I go into the trailer to wait for them to call me in for the next episode that I was going to be part of. And I'm hanging out, and just right away, just got kind of a strange feeling. Waited a bit. I figured I was going to go inside the church to get a feel of what it was like. How was the series coming along? And I got down in there, Dr. Doug Joni sat in the church as they were filming the previous episode that I was going to be part of. And it wasn't the exaltation of the power of Jesus. It was the exaltation of evil and darkness and fear. And it was such a heavy darkness and such a heavy fear. I thought, man, this is not what I signed up for. I thought I was coming here to talk about the power of light over the power of darkness. I immediately walked out of the sanctuary. I called my team. I called my friends. I called my wife. I said, pray for me. This is not at all what I thought. This is the exaltation of evil, what's going on here. So at any rate, I got some prayer behind me. Then it was time for me to come in for my episode. I took a hold of the people that were sitting to my left and my right. Before they started filming, I prayed and exalted Jesus.
I thought you were going to say, I took a hold of the horns of the altar.
Yeah, exactly. And I went home that night, and this was the strangest thing. This was the strangest thing. I went home that night, and in my sleep, I was attacked by the strongest spirit of accusation that I'd ever experienced in my life, and I didn't even know what the accusation was. It was just plain and simple, raw evil, raw accusation. And it was such a wake-up call to me, such a signal for the fact that the devil is the accuser of the brethren. And, you know, during this age...
Unless you're a keyboard warrior, they think they have the ministry of accusation.
I've heard that before. But yeah, we just need to stand strong. We are on the battlefield. I always like to say to people always say to me, how you doing? And you know, the typical answer is, I'm doing great. But the truth is, life's hard for everybody. I don't care who you are. Life is hard for everybody. Eventually, even if you feel like you've got the world by the tail, life's going to get hard for you too.
Right.
So the truthful answer is we're not here to recreate. We're here to be transformed. We're here to fight. We're here to overcome the world, the flesh, and the devil.
Amen.
To be transformed, to get ready to meet Jesus.
Whatever happened with the end of that story?
Well, nothing. I went home, and, you know, like I said, that night I was attacked by the power of darkness. They never put me on the air. So listen, so what happened? Good question. What happened was I was kind of waiting because the producer told me that they would let me know when it was going to air. So I didn't hear from him for months. I don't know how many, maybe 4 months or something. So I called him. I said, yeah, how's the series coming along? Did you guys get enough material for the series? He said, yeah. He said, the problem is we have too much material. So, you know, we had to cut your part out. He said, to be honest with you, the people that were paying them to produce it, the longer it went on, that what they're trying to do is to exalt fear. And that's what was going to lure people in, was the fear. And I came in from a different perspective. He said, yeah, you had a cool perspective, but that isn't what they wanted.